in God's name is going on in here? What was that ruckus?
What ruckus?
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
Okay, here's what I would have done. Bro, no one cares what you would have done. Actually, everyone cares. Welcome to Let Me Book the Territory, the podcast made for smart marks and nostalgia nerds. Brought to you by the Embrace the Turn Up Podcast Network. And now your hosts, A-Dub,
B.A.
E-Ray,
just a little, like 1.2.
Turn it up.
There you go. Sound better. Just be conscious of when you're going to back up, just like a singer when they pull it.
Oh, what you talking about?
They'll be like, I want to blow your fucking mind.
Literally.
Speaking of blowing minds, nope, don't you do it. We are here, baby. It is another episode of Let Me Book the Territory, the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. It is I, Stick Willie himself, E-Ray the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, the man of 7/8 teeth, American cream, Brody Loads. And I am here with my guys, the fellas, the team that makes dreams possible. I'm talking about we granted more wishes than John Cena this weekend. Man, doing the things. So let me introduce the fellas. First and foremost, the guy that is forever champion, forever a Mike, it seems. Tribal Pod Chief, the guy who just cannot pass up a CVS and say, I don't think I need any more, because he's always out of supplies. Number man 16, Aisle 9's greatest.
It's the Dub Show. Passing the Dokalax to the homie BA. It is Dubson Reed,
PTSD.
aka Dubsuke Nakamura. Apparently they making me do work again, so I just said, come on. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, Brody? It's very odd talking to you guys in the digital space now because we spent a weekend together, Brody. We miss you guys. It's so incredible. It's good to be back. It's good to talk to the people in the digital space because we did a lot of smoozing and elbow rubbing all weekend long. Shout out to the D. Detroit held us, and it was incredible. Lots of Blade Icewood, lots of Jay Dilla, lots of Coney dogs, and Glizzy snaps. Pause.
Too many.
With that said, speaking of one of the victims, let's talk to the guy who has created his own headphones along with a beard that is attached. I'm talking about the guy that just said lace fronts are not only for the head, but definitely for the chin. The guy who needs literal introduction because he has all the money and he will buy you and trademark your whole life. I'm talking about B.A. DiBiase in the house. What's going on, bro? Chacha?
My fellas, what's going on? It's B.A. DiBiase, aka Black IRS, aka the Beef of the East. B.A. Bigelow stomping around, knocking shit over, evidently getting stuck on toilets and eating dubs. Aisle 9 free pass at CVS. More to come on that. Not today's show, but we will give you all that in the future very soon episode. But yeah, man, I'm here. Got my voice back.
know,
Already?
right?
I know.
Listen to us, guys. We sound.
I literally, if y'all listen to the most recent BA episode, new blood pressure rising, because I have to watch early 2000s WCW. I literally get my voice back as the episode goes along. It's impressive. But yeah, check that out.
He gains steam and momentum the more he talks about shitty
Wow.
things. It's crazy. It's like a Super Saiyan. He's a glutton for punishment.
Literally, you can hear it in my
talking
voice.
about Judy Bagwell. It's crazy.
Ooh. Fucking
We're not
doing
not
it.
here.
This show.
Not
this
here.
show.
We will not. But what we will talk about, SummerSlam, ladies and gentlemen, a big 4 PLE.
Amazing.
And you know what? Your boys was in the building. Clap it up.
In the building.
Great
In the
job,
motherfucking
guys.
building.
First and foremost, let me give again a big shout out to the city of Detroit. All the fans at the wrestling event and just outside. Niggas have fun outside. Like for real. I haven't been to Detroit in at least 10-12 years. And believe me, I came back, no stab wounds, no burn marks, no gunshot wounds. I felt like this was the Detroit of RoboCop's age.
New Detroit for sure.
New Detroit was popping. I went to a
Stop, citizen.
all right, I went to a fucking urban coffee shop. The fuck? With beans floating around my head. I was like, what's that shit?
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That was a dope ass coffee
Dub
shop.
was like, I feel so safe. I'm unsafe. Right? White people.
It's not the Detroit I grew up in. White people walk around too safe. Cross
White
the street when you
people-
see me honky.
Look,
That is not.
No?
Yeah,
usually it's
no,
me
good.
wilding out the first 5 minutes
Nope,
of the show.
it's
Nice.
5.
Not me today.
Gotta save that for 10 minutes in. But absolutely, there was trolleys galore. I've never seen so much white bicycling. Like
So
it was
much.
crazy.
So much. I've never seen so much bicycling in a metropolitan city.
Fact, but to balance it out, at the end of our night, what do we see? Hoes twerking on Ultima. So come on,
Yeah.
with it.
Shout out to
D
Grand
still got
Boulevard.
it in them.
I was like, I'm home. I'm home.
Yeah, it
Drop
was
me off here.
a great time. I can't say enough about how great it was. We will talk about this on a later date. The BTS, the shit that didn't make like the recap, the outskirts. But let's actually talk about the show, SummerSlam itself. All the lead up to it was worth it. But I really need to know, what were your guys' thoughts about this PLE? I keep wanting to call it a pay-per-view, but I catch it right now. PLE, ladies and gentlemen. How did y'all feel about it? First and foremost, the live version, like after the show's over, because let's keep it real. Vince kept us there for 42 fucking hours. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, this got to be ending. Wait, oh, it's midnight. Oh, no, we got to be gone soon, right? No, we was there all night long. It was crazy. Dub, I need to know, what were your thoughts about the live epic that we got to watch, known as?
So I thought the show kind of moved at a good pace. I mean, granted, we were there for damn near 5 hours, and at the end, I think it felt like 5 hours because you were just so spent emotionally. But I don't think the show ever like dragged at all. Because even the Ronda Shayna match, it felt like it was over pretty quickly. Even though, I mean, granted,
it was
because I wasn't
you
that interested in
went to
it.
the bathroom.
Yeah.
He left.
Possible.
I don't need this.
Very
I think
possible.
everybody got up during that match. Not even gonna cap.
Collectively, everyone.
I did
Immediate
get back in
bathroom break.
just enough time for them to start chanting boring, and I was like, oh.
Oh, that was painful.
I missed
felt-
that.
Oh, I didn't. I was like,
It was-
come
I
on,
was-
come on, guys, don't do that. Not like this. Not like this. I felt really bad. So okay, you felt like it moved along at a really good pace, even though we were there for 82 hours. BA, how about you? Did you feel the same? Was it a lot of energy, little energy, especially because you had your significant other with you, which is
Mhm.
typically different? How did you feel about the show and the live experience?
To Dub's point, it kept moving. There were matches I completely did not pay attention to. This Ronda and Shayna. I did not pay attention as heavily to Gunther and Drew.
Yeah, that kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, it did, because it was like you can feel like when you watch it live, and I'm sure listeners, y'all know when y'all is live in there, you only really care when it's action in the arena. Like people are loud, they're talking like, oh shit, what's happening? When those matches happened, it was straight check Instagram and Twitter in time, or go get piss or shit and go get beer and food and all that fun stuff. That was the times. And I tried to find my smokers out there, the smoking section. Ford Field is indoors, highly frowned upon in there. I did smell some packs, so shout out to whoever had them packs as I was walking around, because I was like, where we sparking at? Because I was like, nah, not here. I don't want to get kicked out. To erase point, have my significant other with me. Would have been terrible, but yeah.
But mid, shameful.
Yeah, but all in all, it was cool. But you could kind of feel the break matches. You felt it in the arena.
Gotcha. With that said, I do want to ask: is there a significant difference? Because I think we all rewatched the actual broadcast of SummerSlam as well. Am I correct?
Halfway through.
I'm literally at the Jay and Roman like middle of that match, so I'm almost like literally.
That's about where I am too.
Okay. Did you guys notice a significant difference in the live version versus the broadcasted version for you, as far as like maybe energy being there? Or let's talk about that.
The Ronda Shayna match plays much better on television than it did live.
Boom.
Because like if this was just a match on Raw, not a bad match. Actually, kind of fun. But
I don't know about
SummerSlam. We're not here for Raw.
Live, boy, it was a snooze fest.
Well, this is a good point. Let's kind of talk about that there, and we'll bounce around a little bit. Because it's only 7-8 card match, so we can bounce around pretty consistently. You said it, Shayna and Ronda. I watched it live and I was like, man, this is bad. It was very silent in the crowd. Like you could hear it, and then the people in our section was chanting, boring.
So it did start in our section, because I was telling somebody the other day, and I was like, I think it started in our section.
Yeah, and worse, it was from a child.
Good. That's my favorite.
I've had enough of this shit.
That kid will be a troll for the rest of his life. Thank you, kid. Love it.
That's the same kid that was yelling. That kid was going fucking nuts.
He got the best affirmation in the world when everybody was chanting it with him.
Yes. So that for me was like, ooh, that's a little cringy. I feel bad for them. But I figured once we got like MMA rules, and I seen Ronda put Shayna some type of leg lock and then start wailing on her kidneys, I was like, that's not going to like hit well live. It just doesn't look good.
Nope.
But then when I rewatched it, that was something I particularly rewatched back to see. And I was like, okay, it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. And again, the commentary table did so much heavy lifting. And I think that's what we were missing. So because we were literally just
that makes sense.
Watching two broads square up.
Yeah, trying to work a shoot, man. Trying to work a fucking shoot. Like that's the inherent problem with that, and I'm sure y'all agree. Like it's hard to work a fight like that. Different than a wrestling.
I was listening to Busted Open this morning, and they had Nunzio on there, and Nunzio was explaining how like he did the work shoot style. He did it in Japan, and he was explaining that when you work that style, you're supposed to just shoot for everything except for the finish.
There you go.
And he said if you do a match that way, it works out a lot better. But if you're not gonna do it that way, you just got to do like a submission match.
Okay. Yes, and
that's what I think
came
up way better.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
Like it just makes more sense. Yeah, like you can leave the ropes. It ain't got to go full Raw Underground, but just give us like submissions, because that way you like, oh snap. knock it off.
Only you and Dabo Kato are the only people asking for Raw Underground to come back.
And Gable Stevenson. or his brother, Sleazy Stevenson.
Oh.
I don't even know.
That can we please have that gimmick? Nickname. Can we have that gimmick, please?
That is his new nickname.
Sleazy Stevenson.
Well played, E. Well played.
But yeah, it should have been a submission match. And I think the problem with it, like watching them like kind of fake square up, like we didn't even get to see like as I watched it, I was like, oh shit. Shayna actually hit Ronda with a beautiful roundhouse kick. And of course it was like 3 times slower than she normally would have thrown it. But it still looked actually nice on the broadcast, as well as when Ronda rocked Shayna's eyeball sockets with that knee that connected. That's why she came out on Monday with that
like
super.
Quasimodo?
Oh yeah, she ring the bell. Sorry, make some beans. Yeah, it was one of those that it just didn't work. And it's unfortunate because I actually didn't think it was too bad watching it from the broadcast, but live it was atrocious. So that was definitely. I mean, I think we will probably be in consensus. Yes, here that was our least favorite match of the night.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
BA, can I ask you your surprise of the night?
Surprise of the night as I go through the evening. I have to say there's 2 things. One.
Choose one. Choose one. I only ask for one.
I'm gonna have to say how they did Bianca would be the biggest surprise of the night. I was gonna say something else.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the biggest surprise to me.
So elaborate. What was the surprise in that, or what do you mean how they did Bianca?
Well, as we know, since BA won the prediction, since we don't want to talk about it, but we gonna talk about it. Yeah, so I booked in that fashion in which Asuka was gonna be the one to get cashed in on if Io was gonna come and do what she did. So I got that part right, but I did not think that they were gonna do Bianca like that. But after like a couple days of sitting on it and thinking, like they would have never let Charlotte have her 16-time championship reign get taken away within a minute. That would have been the biggest troll of trolls, but I knew that wouldn't have happened. So that left Bianca and Asuka. I don't know why Asuka couldn't just retain and got it cashed in. I think an Asuka and Io feud would be fucking dope. But hey, I don't make Booker money, so
I don't know. Charlotte reigns 10 through 13. Felt they lasted 3 minutes, but it's a whole nother situation. I do agree, BA. I think that was like the shocker of the night. But I also I think it makes Bianca look strong too. That while her knee was getting torn up in that figure 8, she still had the presence of mind to get that roll up in, and boom, get that 1, 2, 3, and now I mean she holds another record. It's not a record you want, but shortest women's title reign ever.
Record.
Hey, and look again, it makes Io look strong, and then it gives all 4 of them reason to like have a reason to go after that title more, because Asuka didn't get pinned for Io winning it, and she could say Bianca got lucky. Bianca can say I just went through hell. Charlotte can say I got sprayed in the face. So it sets up for a great fatal 4-way at Payback, honestly.
There we go.
Yeah, I agree there. What I disagree with is that how should I put this? I'm thinking that Charlotte winning would have turned the crowd so hard, but it would have popped Io. So that swerve would have been crazy, but the Bianca swerve was crazy. I think they had 2 great outs and they chose one of them. The most predictable thing was going to be Asuka Asuka retaining and then Io cashing it. I think everybody thought that was going to happen. I'm pretty sure that's what was my choice as well. So for Bianca to get another mini title reign right in there, and like, fuck all that. The way Bianca sold that knee injury,
in
live section, that fucking had us on.
We thought it was
edge.
over.
we giving time estimates. Ooh, that was an ACL. Oh. I don't know how we turned into medical professionals in like literally our whole row. Ooh, yeah, because Bailey was out for like 10 months. Damn,
he was out here like, yo, that's Survivor Series next year, and then at that point you hold her out to the Rumble.
Yeah, she got to cut the braid. Then she come back. She come back as a heel. We booked the territory immediately, and we were also sad like, oh, shit don't look good. She going down. She's trying to get back up to her feet, and we're just like, oh man, this don't look good. They're walking her down. We're like, oh, they're throwing up the X as she's coming down the aisle, and then all of a sudden you hear the crowd like, whoa. When she turned around, pushed them off, and I looked up at the Ford Field fucking screen, and I see her trying to crawl into there. I almost bust into tears of joy. I was like, my significant other is right next to me. She's just full on tears. She's crying. It was fucking beautiful. That was the surprise.
Did that 450 and we realized she was fine.
Yeah, and even she paused and sold it still. And then when Charlotte got sprayed in the face, I was like, oh my God. I thought Asuka was going to kick her and win. When she dodged and put her in, I was like, oh, that was incredible. So that was the surprise for me. Actually watching it though live, though it wasn't as powerful though. I'll say that. That was one thing that I was pretty shocked about, because that moment was a super huge surprise that I was like, oh, she played the shit out of us. It didn't look as like, it looked more of a work on camera. Live, the audience was like, oh fuck, it's over. And we were like sad.
The whole breath came out of the arena when we thought Bianca was hurt. Like the arena was quiet for the next 5 minutes of that match.
Flat as hell. I was like, oh shit. And then when she came back, the pop, it was incredible. The other, like, I guess because y'all, that was y'all's surprise of the night. My surprise, I got two, but as like BA, I'm gonna choose one. No, actually, that just hurt. The surprise was Cody Rhodes getting the show of respect from Brock Lesnar. I was like, oh shit, they're doing something here. And I mean, like we didn't already know, Cody's to the moon. But if we didn't know, if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Like,
yeah.
It's one thing to predict it, but to see Brock lose clean, like, that's not something that A, happens often, and B, even when you predict it in your mind, it's still hard to visualize it happening.
Look, it was so close to happening when he ran them into the post and the turnbuckle was exposed, and then hit him with that Kimura. I was like, because I predicted that he was gonna tap him out because he had to embarrass him. But when he got over on him and he won, that's fine. I fully expected Cody to win. But what I'm talking about specifically at the end of the match, Brock does the curtain call, raises these like brutal baby back ribs of Cody, because Cody shit is red chilies, barbecue sauce. That shit looked terrible. And Brock is just lifting them up, doing the curtain, doing the thing. So I was like, oh shit, because Brock has never done that. He doesn't do that. So that was really special in that regard, because it's like, okay. And the crowd didn't hate it. The fact that Cody is like the biggest white meat baby face ever, for real. Like, he feels so ridiculously like face, but the crowd's not hating it. That's very surprising to me. And it's working, because I'm one of the people. I'm still going crazy. There's a video out there of me hitting the wall like my life depended on it. So incredible. But Dub, you mentioned something else. I don't think this is a surprise, but we can put this in the case of the most this is my most painful part of the night, for sure.
It hurt,
Finn
man.
Freaky Finn Balor not taking that belt off of Seth Rollins. Sheena is not going home with Finn. And it hurt. It hurt so bad. Like maybe I'm alone in this, but I was like, oh my God. It just felt like I felt it. But to their point, I loved that match. That match was fun. It was everything I thought the actual Money in the Bank match was going to be.
I mean, seeing Finn get stomped on that briefcase further exacerbating the idea that briefcase is the bane of Finn's existence, almost as much as just seeing Seth's face. Like, Finn is just going to start beating up that briefcase on site the way he's treating Seth Rollins. He's just going to be in the back just stomping on the briefcase every time he sees it. Like, that, to me, that was the craziest part about it. Like, the briefcase is now becoming the thing that Finn is going to become obsessed with outside of just whooping Seth's ass every time he sees him.
On site.
Which, again, I still appreciate.
The curb stomp took me back straight up to American History X. I was like, whoa, like, man, that looked a little too real for me.
Yeah.
A little too real from Section 100, because I was like, yeah, that was pretty fucking awesome as far as, like, to your point, the tie-in of the briefcase and how much headache has been causing Finn. Finn is like, he's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, man. He's like just going insane, basically. Like
he
little
looks to be all Mr. Hyde to me anytime Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see the Jekyll. The Jekyll's
well,
gone.
it's more internal, not externally. I mean, like when he's trying to focus on getting his things done. Like you're constantly like, imagine trying to get a project done at work, and you're constantly being reminded how you can't get it done, and you're constantly getting thrown off track, and it's this project you gotta finish. Like some big shit's gonna come if you get this project done, and every time you get going, somebody or something is there to remind you, you're not gonna finish this shit, nigga. That's what Finn is going through. When I say the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde battle is every time he gets focused.
He's just
like
ADHD.
Accept that the project isn't him getting the title.
I know that what that's like.
Maybe he should accept that the project isn't him getting the title. The project is just him whooping Seth's ass.
Not even. I think it's Sheena, to East Point. I think Sheena, he just wants his Sheena. He want to touch her. He want to smell her. He don't even want to do nothing else.
Look, this is the crazy part, because the plot thickens. Now we've seen it, and we've all been there before. Or I'm gonna assume you've been there before. But it's when your boy is talking to a chick and he is giving it his all, and she is giving him like no traction, and then she start like giving you some play on accident. You're like, what? But my boy's still trying, and you just look at it, watch this nigga drop the ball. You can only watch your man's drop the ball so many times before Push Groove is coming off.
Push Groove.
You gotta power drive that thing. I'm just saying. So this is how I felt the vibe. Like Finn has shot all the shots at Sheena. Big gold BBL is staring him in the face, and all his lines is failing. Mm-hmm. And every time she just walks away with her boyfriend, like, look, I would love to be with a real man, but you ain't him. Mm-hmm. And then she like, but all right, see you later, Damien. And he looking like, nigga, like you playing around, dog.
Right, you better figure it out, Finn, or I am.
I was like, you only got one more shot, and then next time I see her, she mine, dog. And it feels that way so much, which is causing conflict. Because again, Freaky Finn is like, I just if I just had the chance to kiss her. No, bro.
I'm thinking here. Let me ask you guys this question: how would you feel if we get Shinsuke and Seth at Payback? Seth retains, Damien comes to cash in, and during the cash in match, Finn jumps Seth again because it's just on site, thus getting Damien disqualified.
That's kind of where I was thinking this was gonna go, in all honesty, Doug.
Yeah, and that's how you break up the Judgment Day.
I don't think they breaking the Judgment Day up.
You're not gonna cost me my title match and we not have hands.
I say members may swap out, but the Judgment Day here to stay, niggas. I'm sorry. Like it's been announced.
Damien getting jumped out?
No. Finn might be getting jumped out. Like, one of them two, but the Judgment Day will not look like how it looks now a month from now. Fact. Book that. Clip it out.
let me remix Dub's book a little bit. I'm hearing what you're saying, Dub. I think Shinsuke and Finn are at the pay-per-view. They fight, and then I think Damien's about to cash in, and as he cashes in, he might cash in, or maybe I don't even think he gets to cash in. Let's just say he tries, and Finn goes ahead and causes some anarchy, but that leads to a triple threat. I think that's what it's going to be. It's got to be Damien, Finn, and Seth. And then I don't think Seth gets to escape. I think they start working together initially, but that's when it breaks down, when it's just to them, and Damien pulls it out. And I think that's how you end up like, look, yeah, extra. Regardless, I thought Seth, that Seth in person was incredible. The singing, the sing along, he's so over. So it's like, how can you take the belt off of him? It just, everything made more sense live, right? It's like, okay, yeah. Seth couldn't possibly lose this belt, even though the whole gang came out with the colors on. I was like, oh yeah, you about to get jumped. You're on Grape Street now, fool. And it didn't matter. He still escaped, and I was like, damn. But speaking of making it real, that battle royal had the pop of all pops.
Yeah.
We called it. I think we wanted to say that it wasn't going to happen.
But it happened.
It was so glorious. L.A. Knight. Yeah.
So we all got up to like go do our thing, like when this battle royal was getting ready to start. But like y'all like kind of walked away. I decided to stay at the top of the steps. I'm like, I think they're gonna play LA Knight's music, and I want to see this pop in person.
You
Dude, when that music hit, bro, it was insane.
Blew you away.
I heard it literally. I was taking a piss as I heard the pop. No pause, whatever. But I heard the crowd like go crazy.
Get that checked out, BA. I heard something. I was urinating, then I heard some snack thing. Crack.
BA heard that pop, said, "Oh, let me put my dick away. Hold on. Let's see what's going on over here."
Must have been my kneecap.
A little too noisy for my thing to be out. Yeah.
BA heard that pop and said, "Oh, thank you, Detroit."
Right.
No, I'll stop this all right now. As far as the LA Knight pop, to my point, Ed Dubs, hearing it way away from where it's happening at is insanity. To be in the building, because I was like, I know it's gonna pop. I gotta go to the bathroom, so I just ran. So I hear if it's worth me hearing, I'll hear it from where I'm at, and it was.
Yeah, I figured the battle royal was not going to be something that I gave a shit about. That was like, oh, this is my piss break match, but it was actually pretty good on the rewatch. It's like, okay, good stuff. I think the right person won. Yeah. I don't necessarily know what that means or what it does for him, except we found out on Monday. So I love the position that it put him in, because it's like, okay, now you're right there where you need to be, because they're like, oh, you're the guy, everybody wants to see you. You know where this goes. Starts with the Miz. Every time they bring in somebody new, hey, Miz is great on the mic. Miz will be a first good feud to like stable feud to have. This can't possibly go wrong.
He's feuding with the Miz, and he can go to whatever show he wants now.
Yep, crazy, right? Like Slim Jim got a lot of pull in the WWE. They're just like
the Macho Man check still cashing.
I was about to say, what does that even mean? Technically, you win a Slim Jim Battle Royal. You should just get a year's supply of Slim Jims.
I love they just won the Battle Royal, and then they played the commercial right after with him in it.
Yeah, that was a dope ass commercial.
Come on, y'all know why we here.
I'm surprised. Like, there's a lot of history of Slim Jim. Vince was more upset that Slim Jim left than Macho Man did in that time frame. Like, he was more upset about that sponsorship, because that was the only sponsor WWF had really at the time.
Because think about, when's the last time you had a Slim Jim?
That's the last like
Few
snack
weeks
I
ago.
look at when I'm in a gas station.
Dub, you are
Weeks
a
ago.
barbarian. What the? Last time I had a Slim Jim yesterday. With what? A Chico stick and some Pop Rocks? What's wrong with you?
That's worse than eating street meat.
monster.
I ain't even gonna count.
Well, I don't-
Pause.
I don't know. But yeah, I have not just looked at a Slim Jim in at least like a decade. Like, oh, that's a viable snack.
Hey, they used to go in
Those things don't
elementary
cross my mind.
school, the snack
Still pretty
line.
good.
Yeah,
Pretty
because
good.
of Macho Man, I was like, oh, snap it to a Slim Jim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That worked. But I haven't really paid attention. There commercials, marketing. That's a thing. I hadn't seen it. So when they just announced Slim Jim Battle, shit, the fucking Mountain Dew Cold Black match almost made me go drink a Mountain Dew. I was like, well,
It
see what
legit,
this,
we did
see this
have a
Black Mountain
discussion. Right.
See what this Black Mountain Dew hitting for. I was like, it works every time. You just sponsor anything. I'm probably going WWE. I'm a shield. You got me. Put
Hey, we was
anything
drinking
on,
C4s right after
Said
SummerSlam.
damn
at
straight.
midnight.
That C4 gave me life to get to that next little
except
after
for that.
party.
That was the one thing I was like, nah, I value my spirit. That shit said 300 milligrams
Oh,
of
yeah.
caffeine.
That's
Pump
more than
straight into
most.
your veins.
Yeah,
No.
that's a
Yeah,
lot.
And
even for
listeners, what
BA.
y'all didn't see is BA clanging two of them things together like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Facts.
I would have died on the street.
Oh, hell
Literally.
yeah.
You would have seen me go into an epileptic shock. Like I
What
think my
flavor
heart's
is
about to
this?
explode.
Powerbomb pomegranate? Oh, yeah.
Our grab my pomegranate.
Right? What flavor is this? Slamma Jamma Berry?
Right.
Yes. Like,
I'm gonna get slam jam.
yeah, I was like, I don't want no part of it. I
What
held
flavor
that
is this? Grape Street Finn?
Speaking of which, C4, great sponsorship, because not only did it keep BA alive, it almost killed a nigga on the street, which was fantastic.
Oh,
We were
yeah.
walking out of Detroit, and of course, Detroit is a beautiful city of blackness, right? And we're walking. Shout out to Mumbai High, but general some random man that was of Indian descent or so, Middle Eastern descent for sure, just comes by all of us and our significant others and just looks and just walks past and then he goes, yeah, check a look at this. I'm the whole time because they passing out, hey everybody, thank you for coming to SummerSlam, free C4s for everybody, because they want the streets turned up. And of course it's already past midnight. I'm just carrying this shit in my hand. I was like, if I have to drink it, I will, because I know we got some schmoozing to do. Shout out to Jivers Tears podcast. We were going to go check them out and go talk to some people, take some pictures and stuff at their after party. I'm walking around holding this C4, like, just in case. This random gentleman with his white compadres, they're walking past. Then he just stops. He has a belt in his hand, like not a wrestling belt, but like a Ike Turner, I'm about to whip your ass if you don't sing this song right belt in his hand. And I look at him and he looks back and he just stops way too close to me. And I was like, I'm not no small gentleman by any means. So I'm like, I don't know. He already looks a little tipsy, a little drunk, but he stops in front of me. He goes, hey guys. And he looks back at me. And then he looks me in my eyes and we locked eyes for a good 2.2 seconds. And the hand, I don't know if y'all remember the viral clip of the man introducing said gentleman to this twisted iced tea directly to the cranium. It all the blackness came rushing from my diaphragm up into my left hand and down my arm. And I gripped this can of C4 with the might of Thor. You would have thought that bitch was Mjolnir. And I was like, what up? He looked up and he's like, hey man, come on, guys. And they dragged him away. And I thought about it for literally the next hour and a half. Was like, I was about to cream the shit out of this man and turn his face into a sanctuary for 300 milligrams of caffeine.
That night would have went so different if that happened. I know exactly what moment in time you're talking about too. I remember them dudes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
People, the pod may not know this about me, but I am your local psychopath.
Oh, I know. And I was like, I felt like I was back in high school for a second. I was like, oh shit, high school E about to come out. I felt it. I felt the energy change.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm just walking. Of course, I'm a generally nice guy. I'm just letting him walk past, and then he stops, and he just stopped in front of me, and he's like, then he turns around a little bit, and I'm like, what's up? And he just did. I'm like, I was like, oh, that's what's up. Okay, let me show you what's up. I asked first. Now I'm gonna tell you. That's it. I'm all jacked up on wrestling and rage. I got nothing else to do. You about to get paintbrushed by this beautiful undisputed title that I just bought. Thank you, WWE Shop. It was incredible. But that
proud
energy.
Proud of you.
I know.
Scared some white people. Restored the feeling. I love it.
Hey, don't let the glasses fool you. For the shits. But fantastic time. Of course, it wasn't the black people. But again, that rage, I think, continued to the next day because immediately afterwards, all I seen on Twitter was black people beating the shit out of some people with cheers. So, you know what? I am somewhat responsible for this energy, and it just carried a wave straight from Detroit down to, was it Alabama? Yeah. Crazy. What a roll tide that was. Outside of that though, outside of that though, we kept the mayhem to a minimum. So thankfully we didn't have to show nobody what for because we were so ready. BA had the guns out. Dub always got the guns out. He's from Detroit.
True. Maddie couldn't use show more. Right.
Good time though. Let's get to the shits. Man, surprisingly, Logan Paul and Ricochet opening the match beautifully. Might have been one of my favorite matches of the night.
I didn't know that's where you were going when you said let's get
I know.
to the shit.
I know.
Right. Shot.
But Ricochet still got jam rocked in front of his girl. What do y'all think about that? This is why I led all the way to this, because ain't no way I'm getting knocked out from my girl. That's why I held that C4 so goddamn tight. Because I'm about to let this
great segue
have it. But Ricochet is not me. So I gotta ask Ricochet. How'd you feel watching Rick once again get handled right in front of his girl?
I know this is an audio interface for through. I'm shaking my head right now, listeners, because I'm gonna have to do it again. Every time Ricochet shows his face on TV or now in public, he somehow does things to make my takes more visceral every time I come on this microphone to talk about Ricochet. Yo, how are you gonna let Logan Paul's West Side of Cleveland buddies bring a pair of brass knucks into the ring and you get knocked out in front of your girl and he calls your girl out? What you gonna do, Ricochet?
He said,
say it
my
again.
name like Beyonce.
Nothing. He does nothing. That's what he does.
Wake up,
bro.
That was asleep.
Bro, I think I might have screamed "Wake up, Ricochet!" Like in the crowd.
Oh shit! Too much
like,
school
wake
days.
up, nigga.
Wake up! Wake up! All right, BA
was down there like Simba.
Right.
Wake up!
Man, had to go Furious Styles on this nigga. Like, come on, man. Like, it's disheartening in all honesty. And I get, like, to E-Ray's point, he was saying it all weekend. Logan Paul's got to win a match. And I was like, you're right. Dude's been wrestling. He's got like 9 or 10 under his belt at this point. He's got to win one if they're going to keep putting him in these spots. And no better person to go over than the guy that doesn't win anything lately, Ricochet. Our resident flipper, basically. Yeah. And that's, I'm going to say, it like, oh, Ricochet, stop me from talking this way, please. I don't enjoy this. I take no joy of this. It pains me even more so that I have to see you in person get knocked out by this motherfucker in front of your girl. To E-Ray's point, you gotta knuckle up, man. You gotta grab that C4 can like E-Ray.
I was like, BA, you should have gave him
Come
the
on.
C4.
For real, shit. I hope Triple H gave him some C4 when he got to the back. Like, here, Ricochet. I think you need this. Everybody was drinking C4. I guess if you watched it live, you were so sick of C4 by the end of that show because we didn't see a lot of it in the arena outside of like the normal billboards up, but the graphics that they were putting into the show. My buddies I talked to, they were so fucking sick of C4. They were, I'll never drink that shit again because of how much they advertise. Like,
Bianca
damn.
was drinking it during her entrance.
She was.
Cody drank it at his press con. Well, Cody always is the corporate shield. Typical babyface fashion. Love
Mountain
it.
Dew. Had to taste
Right.
it.
I
Good job.
love it. But yeah. Sorry, Ricochet, do better.
Is this Ricochet's 5th loss in as many
In a row.
weeks? We had 4 weeks straight of him losing on the microphone.
I was about to say.
And then he loses to Logan Paul. Shows up on Monday, loses the fatal 4-way for the IC championship contender.
Yep.
5 weeks of just nothing but losses for that man.
I mean, if you go back, it's probably more than that. I'm just saying. I mean, because he and then technically getting knocked unconscious by Logan Paul multiple times. That's been like that happened for at least 3 weeks.
His name is Loser Shay until he fixed this. Loser Shay until he fixes it.
Ricochet, Nigga Shay, Loser Shay.
They couldn't come up with like a better wrestling finish because they had to hurry up and get him knocked out so Logan Paul could hop on a jet. That's how important you are, Ricochet.
Right. I was about to say, you got the part-timer flexing to his muscles. I got to go to see my brother and be on TV and further pub WWE. And like, fuck you, Ricochet.
But they did give him time, though. I'll say that match was really fun. So
it went way longer than I thought it would.
Despite the finish and how it affected Ricochet, I actually loved the match. So as much as I'm sandbagging the match or sandbagging the finish and Ricochet for taking that L kayfabe in front of his girl. I really did enjoy the match. But
loser.
Sorry. Well, from one loser to another. Guys, Dub, you thought you was right. You came and told us it's time. The crowd felt the energy because if you sat there, when they said down since day one ish, the hands were up and down like it was a Travis Scott concert. I thought we was about to start a mosh pit. Shit was real.
Jay had that crowd rocking.
And then you know what else got rocking? His jaw from a super kick.
Of all time.
Of all time? Okay, we're gonna talk about it. Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns in our favorite segment. Dun, 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 dun.
Tribal
combat. Yes. First and foremost, did the match live live up to your expectations? I think none of us have seen it like on the replay yet. But was it what you thought it was, or what you thought it might be?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And that's
I'm gonna say no, but I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say it was bad.
No,
I'm gonna say no because I didn't realize how much anxiety I would have watching that match live.
Okay.
I'm like, come on, I need this to be over so we could go to the after party. I'm so tired.
I feel that. I thought you were sitting there like, I gotta see Jay become the tribal chief. I thought,
that too.
But then I was like, as I'm watching it, I'm like,
nope.
When you see Roman's entrance live, you're like, oh, this
it feels
losing.
right.
Yeah, you're like, this nigga can't lose.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
he has you fully convinced of God mode when he does his entrance.
Yeah.
So that being said, it gave me so much anxiety. So I definitely had to watch it back to be able to analyze it as a match. Good match. Props to BA. BA was correct.
Thank you, Dub. Thank you for being a man and admitting when you're wrong and another man is right.
That was intense. BA, would you like to further elaborate on what you were right about?
Yeah.
Pontificate, if you will.
My pod mate, my pod brother, the tribal pod chief, was very adamant with his "it's times" all, and it just amplified as we got closer to the evening of Saturday. So as this match started and as things unfolded, when evil twin Jimmy came out and did the deed, I leaned over to my pod brother and said, "It's time for what exactly, Dub?" Oh yeah, another Roman Reigns win because he's not losing ever.
Leaned over. BA yelled at me like he was getting ready to hop
Through
over
two
both
women
of their significant
and me.
others and whoop
Yes.
my ass. Like, yeah, what's over, Dub? Yeah,
Right.
another Roman Reigns. I'm like, I
Right,
thought
start
we
throwing
were
up gang
friends.
signs. No, nigga, we're the ones. Like, BA.
I'm sitting here thinking, like,
relax, sir.
does my Airbnb room have locks on the door? I think my friend wants to hurt me
I
over
think
some predictions.
Dub,
Honestly,
I'm in danger.
I was like, shit.
BA
I couldn't even
was so
respond.
turned
I was
up.
like, yeah, you're right. You're right.
It-
No,
it
you,
was-
no, you got it, Debo. No, you got it.
Yeah, no.
I get it. I get it though, because we were looking and I think we were all marked up in the crowd. At least me and
Yes.
Dub was.
I know I was marked up.
Like, Jay came out with the White Ranger fit, full with White Ranger lay and all that shit. It just felt like
That's the
ooh.
only time I questioned it. When I saw
Oh.
him come out, I was like,
You're
"Oh,
like,
that's championship."
ooh.
Wear that all white when I'm feeling
That's championship
godly.
gear.
Yes.
Let a nigga try me.
They played all the
Fine.
games though, and kudos to the WWE.
Good work.
They're throwing all the tea leaves to throw us off of
We-
the trail of what they
We
really
were
wanna
looking.
do.
Look, we were so deep into the woods. We like, look at that back tattoo. He just got that last week.
That just looks like tribal chief
That's
shit.
tribal championship
Like,
material.
he ain't had that last week. Like, they
Right.
doing this for the family. Like, nope, he really is becoming the tribal chief of his family.
Right, that's the main
Dude.
event Jay Uso status right there. You see that
It was
whole
all
tat?
that.
Like shit, Roman only got half the back tat. He gotta take it from him. I'm like, man, Dub is selling me on this Kool-Aid. He's the new Jim Jones. I'm like, oh, well, this might be delicious. I don't know. I should start following you around. It was just the tea leaves were there, right? Then as the match started happening, I'm like, oh shit. And then I start looking, I'm like, okay, they set up two tables. I didn't think Roman was gonna take that one bump, but he did take the Samoan drop out of the ring. Fine. Then there was another table that just hung around inside the ring, set up against the corner. I'm like, oh, someone's getting speared through that. Then we seen Solo come in and get involved. I'm like, oh shit. Solo takes the spear, but the table still remains. I'm like, shit. And then we have when I seen Jay spear Roman, I was like, oh shit. But the table still remained. I was like, oh, it's not over yet. Like, they're going to use this table. And that's why I kept telling Dub, he's like, fuck, you're right. So that was the moment where it was the closest it was going to be. I'm like, of course, as Dub called him the biggest hater ever. I think I might stand to differ, but the biggest hater ever, Jimmy Uso, comes out of the crowd, pulls Jay off of him, and then super kicks him in the face. Roman gets him, spears him through the table. Game, set, match. Game is over. Jimmy looks like he is big hater vibes. I like it. They're about to split them up. They both can't come out to the same music. Winner loses music match. that's what's gonna happen. Loser loses music. It just feels right. So
can I real quick?
yeah, absolutely.
Exhibit A of Jimmy being the biggest hater. When he used to talk to Sammy, he would talk behind Sammy's back to Paul Heyman, to Jay. When Roman was checking Jay, Jimmy would like tell Jay, yo, you got to calm down. Do what the Chiefs say. When Sammy turned on Roman, first person to kick him, Jimmy. When Roman was mushing them niggas in the face, first person to kick him, Jimmy. When Jay about to go over, become the tribal chief, win the title, first person to kick him in the face, Jimmy. Jimmy Uso is the biggest hater in the world.
I'm gonna see your Jimmy Uso and raise you Adonis Creed. Adonis Creed is still the biggest hater in the universe. His man went to jail for his bullshit, got out, and was just asking for nothing. Just came to see him like, what's going on, homie? He gave him a job, set this man up as a tin can against a champion. He's never even had a professional fight because his fighter gets injured. He sets him up to fight the champion. And then this nigga wins and lives his dream out and becomes so happy because he won a championship match off of one round. He's now 1-0 professionally. And then Creed was like, oh, fuck that, dog. I need that title. He came out of retirement to whip his own friend's ass. Couldn't be happy for him. And stole the title from him. Stole the bitches, the title, all the shit. And got to live back in glory and then retired again. That's some sick shit. That's the biggest hater in the universe. Adonis fucking Creed. Where's Diamond Dame at? Diamond Dame and Jimmy Uso need to start a tag team.
Diamond Dame was low-key toxic too, but
Haters Incorporated. Hate Inc.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents.
The
But
nation of hateration.
I'm not mad at that either. But the thing with that said, it was not Jimmy's time. It was not Jay's time. Do we think Roman Reigns is going to somehow, because they haven't said Jimmy is like swearing allegiance back to the tribal chief.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
So do we see fatal 4-way between it?
Fatal 4-way.
There was some smoke.
Survivor Series.
There was some smoke between Solo.
Being advertised already. So I already saw it being spoken about.
Yeah, I'm thinking fatal 4-way at Survivor Series for the belt. Obviously, Roman retains. There's no pay-per-view in December. And then you build to the Rumble.
Yeah.
I don't know who Roman gets at the Rumble. But
don't matter because he's not losing at the Rumble. It's moot point.
Yeah. And
so that's when he beats a new challenger. Somebody they're trying to beat.
A new challenger.
Somebody press start.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Somebody run up with a quarter. It's going to get smashed. Hulk smash.
KO, which is amazing.
Right, exactly.
I mean, that would be the perfect time to put Gunther out there, put him in a world title match, and then he can get it back at some other point.
That's not a bad because I think he's gonna lose it soon. I'm hoping.
Gunther crosses he beats Honky Tonk Man's record either right before Payback or right after Payback.
Yep.
Right.
So if it's right before Payback, he's losing that belt to Chad Gable.
Yes.
Right after Payback,
yes.
He's losing that belt to Chad Gable.
We need it. The world needs it.
But yeah, it's looking like Roman's holding that belt to Mania next year, and we know who's taking it off of it.
Okay.
Don't tell the wrestling girlies. You might get your head chopped off. I can't wait for the arguments on the internet when that gets teed up. I can't fucking wait.
Let the tears flow. I got the goblet just waiting to collect.
I can't shit. I got a bucket.
Right.
It's gonna be a lot of tears,
your
nigga.
tears are so delicious. Well, with that said, SummerSlam. Let's give it a grade before we move on to this week in wrestling. Shall we?
B+.
B+.
Because I was in the building with all the feels, A-.
I'm gonna give it a B-. Yeah. It had opportunity to give me so many things that I wanted, and none of the things happened. So it gave me something I didn't know I wanted. I didn't know I wanted to be Bianca to win the belt and then lose it to Io like immediately after. But I love that. Also didn't know that I wanted or that I would enjoy Brock Lesnar and Cody as much as I did, and then the show of respect or Logan Paul. But again, the downsides of the match, and then still no tricky Becky and Trish. So it was a few things that I wanted to see them in person. I wanted to see my girl in person as well that rocks with Trish. My mind's blanking currently.
Zoe Stark.
There we go. So yeah,
I got nervous when you said my girl. I'm like, oh, let me sink down in this chair. I don't know who you talking to. Let me get the fuck out of here.
I was like, wait, you wanted to see Lola Vice at SummerSlam?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Regardless, but yeah, B- for me. Again, solid show, very fun, but there was a few energy lulls, and I think even though it was a really fun match, I love Gunther matches, him just beating the shit out of people. As no matter what no matter what what's the name did,
Drew,
it didn't matter. Drew could not convince us that he was winning that belt. We like,
I think
no.
there's two things working against like all Gunther matches. One is that match he had with Sheamus at Clash at the Castle. Like, that shit was insane. And two, Honky Tonk Man's record.
I say it's just one.
Anyone who knows wrestling is pretty sure he's breaking that record.
And you don't even have to know wrestling because they tell us every
They
10
just keep
minutes.
talking about it. Yeah.
So
yeah.
if we
They
just
can't wait
were
for it to
allowed
get
to forget it, they were like, "Oh, he's the longest reigning champion, intercontinental champion of this era,
the modern era." Like,
Yeah.
they don't even bring up the fact that like he still has to pass Pedro to then pass Honky Tonk. It's just
Nah, it's
he
like-
has to pass Honky Tonk.
Yeah. So it's one. That's the only thing. Because again, I love his matches. Every time he's just gonna beat the shit out of you. You don't know how he's winning. He's not telegraphing the win. It's just brutal and it's fun. So I just enjoyed the match, but as much as I enjoyed it, it wasn't memorable because it was never a question that he was gonna lose. So again, B-.
And it was sandwiched in between so much emotion.
Yeah.
The Bianca match, the LA Night pop, the main events.
Yeah, because I forgot
So
that was
many
still
things.
even on there. I was like, oh, what's that? But anywho, Dub, you want to take us here for this week in wrestling?
Monday Night Raw. So, show opens up. Man, Cody and Seth, having going back and forth a little bit. Cody kind of does the thing. He does the thing. He said, he said, my mom said to me, "Do you see what Brock did? He acknowledged you." And before Cody could get another word out, here comes Seth. And they're like, "Oh, we're going to do this dance again?" And then, of course, the Judgment Day had to remind everybody, hold on. Y'all don't start this show. This is our show. We got all these belts over here. And they were like, "Oh, for real? That's what we're doing? That's what we're doing?" And they started getting each other's face. And then what happened? Finn said, "Hey, nigga, it's still on site. Anytime you are on TV or in my sight range, I'm beating your ass."
That was on the
Straight
Hulu
up.
version.
Oh, I didn't hear nigga on that version.
Oh, they didn't. They
That's
didn't
closed
say that.
caption. You gotta have a closed caption on there to hear Finn's like actual
Yeah.
monologue. It's
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
gotta hit like closed caption option 3. That's like
Option
niggadom.
3.
It's black
Oh, man.
exploitation.
Tubi has
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but not Hulu. Fuck.
It's
All
like
right.
it's
I got
captions,
updated
and then it's
TV.
like Spanish sub captions, and then
That's
it's
Tubi's
niggadom.
default option.
Oh, yeah. Facts. Exactly. That
You
wonder
can't turn
Tubi
it off.
has it. Right.
Yo, it's E-Ray, the quasi bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, the side god of pod, and I'm here to tell y'all, come check out my show, Binge Flicks and Chill. You never know what you're gonna get, but we always talking some good shit when it comes to television and the latest movies. So we want to bring y'all in. We want to make sure you have a good time. You learn something, you laugh, you cry, you might stab a nigga or two. I don't know what you're gonna get, but that shit is popping. So come check out Binge Flicks and Chill. And it's me, E-Ray, and I'm out.
Right.
And then Sammy makes the save because I guess his tag team partner's hurt. For some reason, they still got those tag belts, not doing a damn thing with them.
Ugh.
Hey,
And
Cringe.
they done
Cody
mailed.
decides to sign them up for a 6-man tag, and Seth's like, "Hold on, nigga, I still hate you."
Damn.
But Cody said, "I'm Homelander, so
But
we
I'm
fight
he's all
together,
good.
and you got to listen."
He told him to fall in line like A-Train.
Mm.
That being said, that started the show, and then
Oh,
apparently Shinsuke's back and decided to do work. Did
Yeah,
anybody
man.
see that coming? Because I didn't.
yeah,
He
Triple
was at
H.
the unemployment office with me. We was like, "Work? I ain't working. For why? His check's still clearing."
You know what? Come on. And he just walked to the room. I was like, wait a second. Him and Big Bronson Reed.
Another good match.
It's like, well,
Another good match. Bronson stays looking strong, but they decided to put Shinsuke over because they got more plans for him coming on later. But I did want to get to something real quick. Chad Gable wins a fatal 4-way, get an IC title match.
at
E-Ray.
an undisclosed time. They didn't say next week.
Exactly.
That was
purpose.
I was like,
You know what?
E-Ray. Sell the people on the Chad Gable title run that is coming.
Listen, if you've been watching Monday Night Raw, like at all, and look, all you got to do is apologize. Just say, Chad, I'm sorry, I was not familiar with your game. That is literally all you got to say, because maybe you didn't understand what this man has been doing. My only gripe is that they already ran him and Gunther, and they showed us how great it could be as a tease. We don't need that. We don't need no pizza. We got food there. That shit was already going to be great. Just let it be. But they teased the audience and let them have it. Technically, he did win because he lasted 5 minutes against Gunther, and then the match continued. That man can work his ass off. Daniel Bryan, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, called Chad Gable his favorite current wrestler. This man is literally about to get the push.
I was about to say, he got a push from a whole different dude in a different company. That's crazy.
Happening. He got the stamp. He got the catchphrases. He got the physique.
And Vince, they'll tell me if Vince is really around or not if he gets the push. If he gets the push, that tells you the old man's going back to the back.
This man is on your TV every week. The push is already in effect. The agenda
he went over in his hometown.
Right.
It was solidified this past Monday. Like I think I've said it on past episodes of the past couple of weeks, just how they be playing them, always wrestling the fucking Viking Raiders and going over on the Viking Raiders, just like every tag team on the roster. So yes, that's why I'm glad to see these things I saw on Monday.
Yep.
Speaking of tag teams on the roster, the New Day is back.
Welcome back.
Boy, they look like they hadn't missed a beat. Had another match with the Viking Raiders. You know, Sarah Logan was out there with them feet.
Oh God! Give her.
You should just throw her a bar of soap.
A pair of fucking.
Wash your feet, bitch.
Give her some Air Jesus sandals, something, bruh. God damn, there's homeless people that have shoes on. This is unacceptable.
She be out there with them feet. Just walking around backstage.
Ready to storm the Capitol again at any moment, at a moment's notice.
Just waiting.
Oh, man.
Cell action.
Right. Joe Biden touches kids. Get out of here, Sarah Logan. What the hell are you doing?
That sounds like the other white woman that's not on TV right now.
Oh, no, it's her too. That's her too.
I believe it.
Don't let the Viking fool you.
Oh, the Viking tells me.
Forgot about Lacey Evans.
Yeah, so did the rest of the.
I would say, please allow us to as well.
She's still employed.
But once Sergeant Slaughter buried her, there's no coming back. Sergeant Slaughter said she need to stop acting like that in Marine gear.
Stop using my moves. You can't use it. Too funny. All right, BA. So New Day is back. Does that invigorate this tag team division enough for them to finally start doing things with those tag belts? Because they have to come off Sammy and Kevin. Because Sammy's hurt, Kevin's hurt.
If that doesn't happen, like if they don't call them out, then that's not the fix. New Day's not going to fix the problem. The problem, like you said, Dub, and we had a whole segment about it a couple weeks ago when you lost your power, is fucking tag team. They got to get those titles off of KO and Sammy. It's not, and it's not against KO and Sammy. It's just they're not a natural tag team. You have natural tag teams littered throughout both products. At SmackDown and Raw. Once that happens, we're good.
Well, might I suggest what we've talked about in the past, guys? Hey, all the listeners, you ready? You know what's coming. May I suggest a tournament?
Oh, you almost ripped my head off through the goddamn computer screen, fucking Lawnmower Man style. 2 weeks ago when I suggested that.
This was before I knew KO was hurt.
Fair enough. I'll allow it.
And I don't know if you've seen Sami Zayn's elbow, but that shit looked crazy too.
He got that wrestler elbow.
I was like, oh, what is that?
Yeah,
like a golf ball on that bit. I was like, so this is one of those times where I feel like, hey, what can you do, WWE? You know what they've been doing for the last 3 months. This one actually makes sense. Give us a tournament.
We're probably gonna get another tag team tournament too on the other side of the aisle.
That's true because those belts are cursed.
I would not want to. I felt like if Trips came to me and said, "Hey, you're about to get the women's tag team belts put on you. How do you feel about that?" No.
Anything but that.
Right. I think I just hurt my knee. I need to go back to catering.
Can I wrestle Dana
Send me to
Brooke?
Orlando. I'll wrestle Von Wagner. Anything. No. I know he's a male talent. I'll wrestle Dana Brooke.
Anything but those tag.
I'll put Dana Brooke over.
Right.
Like, listen, everybody, like Ronda and Shayna were hurt. Liv hurt. Like, I know we've seen the meme floating around Twitter, but it's the Whoopi Goldberg in color purple. No good shall come of you till you do right by me. That like it's so accurate.
And Whoopi is Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha and Naomi. Y'all have not done right by them, and since then them belts have been a menace. And now I'm terrified to put them on the people I actually like. Elbow Fire and Isla Dawn.
Well,
or
TikTok tag team.
Or the TikTok tag team. Those are my two favorite like women's tag teams. And I don't want to see neither one of them with them because I know as soon as they touch the belts, their body parts gonna start breaking like it's Tales from the Hood. You think I'm some kind of monster? Heads start spinning around and shit. I don't need that. So I just
Isla Dawn is an actual witch, so it's totally fine.
That's true. She's probably the only one that can reverse the curse. In all honesty,
she put a spell on Booker. So
leave it to the Swirl Bros to just stop this black voodoo for some white woman. You think that's gonna happen? Have y'all ever seen Skeleton Key? That's what that bitch thought too.
It's been a long time since I've seen that one.
Yeah, she lost her soul and her body.
Hey,
nope, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Isla Dawn.
Isla Dawn will create the soulless void to put this curse and put it away forever. Curse it away.
Yeah. So and then soon as she actually catches the belt, she gonna find out she's 6 months pregnant. You're gonna see her stomach growing right before. Oh, what's happening?
I curse you.
Y'all gonna see me come on the bar with a cigar, like, yeah, boys.
It's a
got
boy.
one.
Right.
Dub
it's
like,
a Booker.
I hit the jackpot.
It was magic, let me tell you.
Literally. Baby
Dookie. Quack, quack, big. Quack, quack.
Well, yeah, I think tournaments are the way to go. Unfortunately, I know we've seen so many of them, but they have a chance to do them right. And the way like Triple H has been booking his ass off in the last like several months, shit is getting good. And then I don't know about y'all, but watching Monday Night Raw, I felt full reset, and I was like, everything, like so much stuff is happening. This feels fresh again. Like nothing's held to this weird like overarching storyline. Everything just was happening. I was like, oh, this. I think that's
exciting. Because the bloodline is crumbling. E-Ray, we got to focus our attention in elsewhere now, and it's perfect timing because elsewhere's building. Let me hear it.
Because I think Vince always had this thing about after Big Fours, to like they were almost done at the Big Fours, but then you had pay-per-views afterwards, like a Backlash, like a No Mercy, to really, really wrap it up.
So to run it back and it's kind of boring. It's like,
right, which is why you always had those mandatory rematch clauses and shit like that. They did away with those, and like Triple H is now doing this thing like, hey, once it's done, it's just done. Unless we decide like
or
there's
done with a caveat.
More layers toward unless there's more layers to this story, like Jimmy being a hater, or that briefcase is becoming the vein of Finn's existence. Like, but the idea of just Finn Seth one-on-one, that's pretty much over now. Now we're moving on to Finn's gonna try and probably kill Damian in his sleep.
And I think I like much more that not only is it done, but it's alluded to that it could still happen, but then they swerve you immediately and go somewhere else. So you get a taste of what you thought. You're like, oh, here we go. Oh shit, I didn't even know that was a thing. And they've done that so well, that kind of intermingling of stories. There was no reason to add Shinsuke to the shenanigans that evening. if this was still Vince booking this, it would have been like, oh, well, here comes. They gonna have to fight, and then they fight to decide if they gonna fight again. It's like, okay, and there's like, one more time, Cody. Let's do it one more time. I still want to get over on you. It was like,
and then they would have hinted at Shinsuke, and then Shinsuke probably would have did something to Cody. Like, Cody's out for 2 weeks. Shinsuke is the replacement. No, Triple H is like, no, Shinsuke Nakamura is just a guy. He can win one match and then he can immediately be a contender because he's Shinsuke fucking Nakamura.
And he
walks in. He decides he wants to work.
And he walks in innocuously like, hey, you know what? I'm doing some work tonight. Seth, I'll be your partner. And Seth is like, I like it. And he's like, okay, done. Because he was like, I don't feel like Shinsuke is a bad guy. He's kind of crazy. I'm kind of crazy. Let's do it. Now, if somebody else who he's been feuding with, or Cody, any of these people, he's like, why would you like that? So Shinsuke was a perfect person to, like, we don't really know his motives. And now bad Shinsuke again. We about to get like 18 weeks of low blows. He just goes, balls, just all over again. So
they about to put the rapping back over the Rising Sun thing. Or does he just go full Uzi Vert since they, Philly's coming up?
I'm waiting for it. It's gonna happen. As long as I don't have to see Lil Uzi Vert do that stupid ass dance. Squeak, 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 squeak. That shit out of here. Regardless, outside of that, anything else from Monday night?
Yeah.
There it is.
Miz comes out and decides he feels like he's been disrespected by LA Knight, who we found out was at Monday Night Raw because he was doing a photo shoot. So Miz calls him out, and in this weird Dark Knight, you either die the hero, live long enough to see yourself become the villain thing, is saying that he's the one that's being disrespected by the new guys now. Miz has lived long enough to see himself become JBL, and damn it, I'm here for it.
Man,
he called LA Knight out, said, for the last 20 years, I've been the guy. What have you been? And then LA Knight proceeded to say, well, you've been the guy because you're a pussy. You're safe.
Love it.
He said, you know what? You got kicked out of locker rooms. You got knocked down to the bottom of the car. Was that going to happen to me? No. That's why I had to scratch and claw to get my way here. And guess what? I'm right here with you, bitch.
Right. He's like, they threw you out the locker room because they could. He was like, Papa don't play no mess.
Love it. Love the old school saying. Give it to me, damn it.
Oh my gosh.
BA, what did you think about that whole segment between Miz and LA Knight?
Fucking gold, man. Put it on the wall. Point at it. Pray to it. Amazing, dude. Like, what do you want? What more do you want? It's the perfect pairing of, if you're gonna introduce LA Knight into the mainstream zeitgeist of the conversations on these shows, no better person than to do it is the Miz, as we talked about. Miz has put everybody over. He's the guy they always throw in there first to get the new guy over in the first place. What better new guy to get over than the guy that has the hottest following right now in wrestling, that that everybody in the back knows, but they won't give the people what they want, which is more LA Knight. I fucking love it, man. It makes me excited, and it makes me feel like a kid again watching wrestling when I see LA Knight. And I say it all as a compliment. Love it.
E-Ray, was this the best Miz moment since that Talking Smack segment with Daniel Bryan?
Yeah, that's a good question.
No, but it does always harken back. I think the Miz has been steadily doing incredible work for the last 5 years. Like, since that promo happened, he just keeps slapping shit out the park. I get excited every time the Miz comes out, because no matter what, he's still going to put some real shit into it, and he can tap into that characters. He can be the Hollywood guy, but then when he starts tapping into his downtrodden, they never wanted me to be here bag, watch out. This nigga be going. And I'm like, that is so fun for me. And you don't even know. And I'm still here. I'm a 2-time Grand Slam champion. I'm like, damn, talk about it. Tell him about your accolades, and then as he's getting that over, LA Knight obliterates it by saying, "Yeah, you won all those championships, and that's great for you. But I'm not there yet, but I'm just getting started." That's it. He was like, "I don't give a fuck about all the shit you were allowed to do. You're allowed to do it." It's like you're saying.
I love how LA Knight
I'm a
flipped it on
dangerous
him,
man.
He said, like, I was the guy grinding for 20 years because this company bet on the wrong horses.
Yeah,
like you. I was
Damn.
like, oh, shit.
Love it.
I was like, you.
He
Man, you might
torched
have
him
just
in the
stuffed that
best
nigga
way.
one good time.
Oh yeah, it was
Mhm.
incredible. He gave it to him. But kayfabe aside, I love the fact that they actually were like, "Hey, we see what you did with the Bray Wyatt stuff, and people were cheering you. Oh, even though the match wasn't that great, when we know why, we see what happened. Then we kind of cooled off on you. Then the people rebelled. The people kept it alive. Yeah. It's just spreading like wildfire. Then you have him again cutting these miniature promos. You got him doing little stuff in the back. It's like still good. His segment goes crazy on SmackDown. What's next? Let's put him in a lengthy dialogue versus one of our best talkers currently today, The Miz. And I think the confidence in him to have that back and forth with The Miz and hold his own and minimal flubs and still feel like right in the moment, still get his jabs off. I'm like, that's what I want to see. And again, this was probably one of his biggest moments in the spotlight, because before nobody was really looking for him to do anything, and it was just like, all right, these are throwaways. This is honestly a big promotional spot. Yeah. So that's what I was looking to see. Like, all right, don't fuck this up. And he gave us enough gems and enough shit to be excited about. And him and The Miz is always gonna make you look pretty good. And I think they both wrestle a good style where it still will be fun and entertaining and shenanigans abound, but we gonna get LA Knight that feel good moment, and then he keep ascending. So I think he's now on the road to greatness.
He's in the final four of the Rumble, right?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't he be?
I mean, well, it depends. I love the last year's Rumble wasn't for me because, again, on the men's side, did nothing to set up the feuds. The women on the other hand did. I think the Royal Rumble this year, depending on if maybe he's Final Four, but I would assume that if he's not, he gets taken out by his current or next feud. Yes.
Okay. Not mad at that. Not mad at that.
That's what I do, guys.
Anything else you guys want to talk about from Monday Night Raw?
No, I think that's pretty much it. That's significant. They have
they
have that 6-man tag.
Oh yeah, that must be talked about. Not necessarily a 6-man tag. We all kind of know where that was going.
In the Judgment
You're damn right. Big Head McDonough pops back up, and where does he come from? That head is too big to just be sneaking around.
From the Good Guys factory. That's where he comes from. Hi, I'm JD. Hi, want to play?
Right. Let's play Hide the Soul.
For real.
Get out of here, JD.
I'm gonna start. JD McDonough's new name is JD Lee, Charles Lee Ray. So JD Lee Ray. There you go.
keep workshopping that.
JD Lee Ray. That's because
it's like K Lee Ray. It's so many things in there. Yeah, keep working on it.
Mr. Fantastic, stop reaching.
Right. I would say Big Head McDonough definitely just keeps populating like they put in a cheat code on like Blitz or something. His head is huge. He just be bobbing around like a fucking bobblehead. But of course, he just comes in to just talk shit to Damian Priest all the time, and he's wearing black and slight purple too. I'm like, is he just kind of is he like a prospect? Like, I know y'all have seen Sons of Anarchy. Like
he applied,
get the leather. Yeah, you get the cut. You like before you get a real cut, before you're a prospect. So I think JD McDonough is a Judgment Day prospect.
Then they told him he had to put in some work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So he stomped out Sammy.
And that's what they were saying. Like, look, hold up. He was like, what is this? Because Rhea had to sit him down. Was like, hey, listen. Because as Dub got to, Finn realized everything you said from SummerSlam. This briefcase is screwing us over. Maybe you need to get rid of it. And he's like, nah, not so fast, Freaky Finn. You're not running. I'm not blowing championships like you. I'm about to take this belt. And then Rhea had to get in there like, chill out. Mommy has spoken. Y'all got to relax. And then here comes Big Head McDonough and just say some shit. Scapulas. And he just disappeared. Like, what the fuck is that? But I'm really excited about how they're doing this. I just hate that Finn has to keep taking L's while they do it. Like, Finn is becoming white Ricochet. Because he's like,
no, because Finn can talk on the mic. I'm gonna stop that comparison right there. Sorry.
But Finn also is laid on his back every night as well.
Finn won the Universal title. He wins.
He had a poor day.
More than what Ricochet's done on the main roster.
I mean, you're not wrong, but again, that's the whole reason. 7 years ago, he's been chasing that bitch ever since.
At least he has a 7 years ago to look back to.
Dub, or excuse me, BA, you sound like the I still beat though guy. Like, well, at least I touched it once.
It's better than being the loser on this show, which is Ricochet. Sorry, he is a loser till further notice.
I still beat is the BA prospect right now. I still beat. Like that was 7 years ago. I'm not
gonna let you compare Finn. I'm not. All of his bitterness.
They both are ripped. They both have abs. But they've both been knocked out consistently for the last 5 weeks. I'm just saying.
And 7 years ago, Finn beat.
I mean, Ricochet also had titles. Let's not play no games.
He had U.S. title twice.
He had the Intercontinental title.
He did nothing. You know, these are.
He did.
I'm not gonna get into Ricochet's lukewarm at best track record.
I'm just saying he had his title longer than what's they had his. If Finn had his, Finn touched that.
At least I remember Finn's title run. Like I barely remember him. I vaguely remember Ricochet holding the IC title. Vaguely. Okay, hold on. Now I don't know why are we even here, but we're here. Hey, you tried to compare Finn and Ricochet.
I know I'm doing Finn a service because technically Ricochet do it. Hey, Finn's had some. Man, you gonna take me there? Finn Balor is like Eminem with Mariah Carey. He didn't even make it to the goal. He just exploded on her thighs. Like, oh,
that's terrible comparison. Jesus.
No, it's not because he touched it. You're like, well, at least I beat. Barely.
Hey, he put it around his waist. He got his screw the innuendos. He put his dick in, goddammit. That counts.
I don't like this. BA is sick, man. I still beat though. That was 42 years ago. I still beat though for 14 seconds.
Oh,
it's still mine. It's all mine.
As I used to tell my offensive lineman when I coach football,
I beat though.
A block is a block. Nobody fucking cares.
Oh shit!
That you did whatever you did.
A win is a win.
Nobody's asking how that you had more points than the other team. Nobody fucking cares. Everybody remembers the scoreboard.
You know who cares? The scoreboard. She was there for 40 seconds. I still beat though. Thanks. I'll see you later.
Hey, all right,
man,
if you want to, at least got invited.
The winners write the history books. The winners write the history books, man. And
at least he
won that world title.
Thank you.
7 years ago.
He beat once. It goes down in history.
7 years ago. He clinging on to he like the high. He like the Al Bundy. He is
Ray J with the Kim K comes up. This is Ray J and Kanye.
Because Ray J did.
Yeah, I was about to say that was
Ray J got up.
That was 96 Sean. Yeah, fair enough.
He was going crazy.
Iron Man match.
Right. I'm just a sexy.
His boyhood dream has been accomplished. He has skeeted now.
But now Finn is like Ray J 2006. If I had one wish, it would be Sheena. Give me Sheena. Let me win that title. All right.
I swear if I lose. Another chance at you. And then Damian sitting there like, you will lose.
The one
Again.
wish comparison. That's it. Yeah. Fair enough.
Oh
Fair
my
enough.
God.
I'm sorry.
Damian Priest is just looking at you the whole time while you trying to take up a Finn BA. Like, he give you the same look.
Oh yeah, he definitely gave me
that
the bruh
shit
look.
was,
Bruh.
that look
Right.
was Ike Turner looking at Tina.
Oh yeah, some cake getting smashed around some ways.
In more ways than one. Next on the agenda. That's it for Monday Night Raw. Can we talk about the greatest show on weekly television?
NXT. Another week, another NXT where you're like, man, that was a great 2 hours. They came out wrestling. Started the show, no entrances. Fuck it. Mustafa Ali, Axiom. Let's get to the shits. Wow. What a match to start the show.
Can I ask a fair question?
You sure can, buddy.
Why did you already know who was gonna win this match as soon as it turned on? That's a question. Is that a fair question?
Because the way you guys were talking about how Finn and Ricochet take L's is how in real life Axiom does take L's.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was fighting Ali, the former taker of all the L's. So it's like they pass it to each other in this match. Like
It's a whole
like
formula.
it follows. It
Right,
follows.
exactly. There we go.
Oh, body slam is like,
Yeah.
the
Right.
L's are just chasing.
Mhm.
It's a formula. It's Finn's losses squared plus Ricochet's losses cubed equals
Mhm.
Axiom.
Wait, times a microphone.
Yep. Gotta solve for X.
Yeah, X equals microphone.
There it is.
Um,
X is your axiom of losses, or just
but-
Axiom.
I will say
Just Axiom.
another good match. Fantastic. Axiom is doing this job. And Mustafa Ali is rebuilding his career as the golden one.
Thank God. Love
He
it.
feels like a big deal on NXT. Again, I remember when he was like nothing.
Yeah, he was
good.
just a guy.
Yeah, it's great to see. So I'm enjoying this character, and I think this will be better off for him because he's such a talent, and actually he's really good on the mic and good with pretty much anything you give him. So to see him back in NXT, like really putting in like useful hours, unlike Dana Brooke or some other people that we can say, it's good shit.
Speaking of Dana Brooke, she had another appearance on television, and
Multiple.
I know E-Ray loved it as Kaylani Jordan. I'm sorry.
I'm like, whoa, who?
Let's say, what the hell?
Don't you disrespect her name like that?
I was looking at another website. Hold on.
Whoa.
Kaylani Jordan.
VPN. No.
Shit, fuck the VPN. No, my FBI agent knows exactly what I'm doing.
I love how we have a side FBI agent. Sorry, that's a whole other podcast.
The computer like, release your soul to me.
Right. Go listen to the
Right.
Class of 09 Binge Flicks episode. That's where this conversation belongs.
Yeah.
BA, tell me why after the match with Kaylani Jordan that Blair Davenport is your favorite woman on the roster. I need to know all the reasons.
Don't walk
I'm
me
assuming
into
there's at least
this.
5.
Don't do this. I don't want to bash a woman, but here I am about to bash a woman. No, I didn't care. I was just like, what is Dana Brooke doing? And I say that because, God, E-Ray ruined Blair Davenport for me. All I see is just like a head with no face, just a blank, just whatever. And when I saw them 3 involved in that match, my brain said whatever, and I went about doing other things. And then upon glancing back at the iPad, I saw Dana Brooke going crazy. So help me understand, Dub, what the fuck was happening with Dana Brooke? What is happening with her on NXT? Is she about to heal off? Like, what's going on?
You want me
We're
to
all black.
explain something Dana Brooke is doing?
Oh yeah, I'm challenging you. This is a challenge.
Yeah,
I want to
I
hear
didn't
you try
realize she
to
still had a
explain this to
job
me.
until she showed up on NXT.
Swirl Bros. Swirl Bros exclusive.
Swerve, bros.
No,
Excuse me,
not
sir.
doing that.
Can you tell me?
Nope.
Can you tell me what's
Kehlani
going on with
Jordan's
Dana
from
Brooke?
Michigan. Nope, not doing it.
Mm.
Not doing it at all.
What she got to swirl? We talking about Dana Brooke and Blair
Right, I was
Davenport.
like,
That's your vanilla frozen yogurt, right?
you talking about Dana Brooke? This is a Kehlani Jordan fan pod. I don't know what you niggas talking about. I can't be yet because truthfully, I watched this entire match and I don't remember a thing about it outside of the fact that Kehlani Jordan lost and for some reason Dana Brooke was running around with a belt. I don't know.
Because she thought she was old dude who almost got.
She
give Kehlani Jordan the C4 can. That's how we dealing with these hoes. From 2024
like
on.
an explosive.
That's the funny part about it. Had E hit that man with that C4,
we would still be in some jail right now. All three of us. There would be no episode released this week if that happened.
I got a lawyer on retainer. We'd be fine.
Oh yeah, true. I got a couple, but they're all domiciled
Sports
out of
agent Dub's a
Ohio.
different man now.
Oh yeah, we in Michigan,
And
yeah,
we were
fair.
right in a place where there wasn't no cameras, so no, we would have stomped him out and kept him moving.
True.
Right in the Uber.
Yeah, no metal detectors around where we was at. You right.
C4 galore, just. I
will never look at C4 energy drinks when I'm in the gas station the same now. Straight up grenades.
I was like, why you playing? Actually, could have been a multi-million-dollar contract for a new slogan, like C4. Yeah. It smacks you, nigga.
Right.
Look. Damn.
Yeah. Be like a new sponsor, UFC
really
or some
smacks.
shit. Right.
C4, 300 milligrams of caffeine to the face.
Telling you, give Kehlani Jordan a C4. Dana Brooke is wearing all black. She pulled out a belt. I was triggered, so it felt weird. And she tried to heel off, and Kehlani was like, "Yeah, hold up."
Trigger, you've been getting spankings by white women. What's going on?
And I don't understand why she's trying to teach Kehlani Jordan to find her Alan Malley. Like, I don't understand this. Like, there's already a Night Wolf. We don't need you, Dana Brooke. What is happening?
Problematic Caucasian behavior is all I can chalk it to.
Right. Can you stop? What do you call that? Where they're taking on other people's shit.
Skinwalkers.
Culture vultures.
Oh,
close. Appropriation. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes. There we
I tried
go.
to
Appropriate
go for a horror
Night Wolf
movie.
culture.
I appreciate your attempt, though.
It's bad. She's appropriating Night Wolf culture. She's like, use your animality, find your inner. I was like, what are you talking about? Where's your?
Just get
Like, I
better
don't
so
know
you can go
what
back
mine
on the
look
main
like.
roster.
What does mine look like? It looks like a gun because you're from the D, bitch. Go shoot somebody. That's what Dana Brooke is telling her to go commit crimes. This is crazy. I think she's a bad influence.
You know how I want this whole thing to end with Kehlani and Dana Brooke? I want somebody to go up to Kehlani Jordan in the locker room like, if you're trying to learn how to win, why are you even talking to Dana? And then Kehlani just like, and just heel off on Dana Brooke at the end of a match that she loses.
You've never won anything.
It might be next week's
title. But the 24/7 title that no longer exists.
Corey J goes up to Kehlani and is like, Dana Brooke's never won anything. She probably stopped listening to her. Next thing you know, Kehlani's whooping Dana Brooke's ass with that belt.
Yes.
Let me book the territory.
Book it.
All right, guys. This is way more Kehlani Jordan, Dana Brooke, and Blair Davenport talk than I thought we would ever have.
Basis.
But
hey, stay tuned.
Let's keep it moving. Heritage Cup matches. E-Ray, I know you've seen a lot of them because you were the biggest NXT UK fan on this podcast for sure. What did you think about this one?
That was
it as good as the first one that Tyler Bate won?
That was 7 5/8 new era level cap. That shit was crazy.
I love it. Shout out to the sticker.
That shit's insane. But Dub always tries to deflect his major love for NXT UK. These Heritage Cup matches have been incredible on NXT television. So I'm happy that they added that little wrinkle. It's actually pretty entertaining. Especially as long as they involve the metaphor. I enjoyed that so much. They came out looking like Guardians of the Galaxy type shit with their new intro with the different colors.
Loved it.
I'm a fan. And then the fact that it's all playing out like the old school Sami Zayn shit, where there's like 2 Heritage Cups now, and one's the fake one, but technically it's the real one, but still not. It's very confusing, but I love it. So I love anything involved in the metaphor. They are really growing on me. Nathan Frazier better figure out, he better start doing his talk show again for people to forget about him. And Tyler Bate is always going to be that man. Like, no matter
as
what
we
you
know,
give him.
this would have technically been Tyler Bates' second NXT Heritage Cup reign, because you remember the first
As
one.
who knows? I was like, as who
What?
you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
No,
Whatever you say.
no,
Doug.
nobody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you
Metaphor.
watched a lot of NXT UK.
Yeah,
That's
for Blair
insane.
Davenport, he was like,
That's almost as insane as getting to page 243 of. Never mind.
This is Dub. he had the Vaseline ready.
See,
Like,
Y'all be talking
Blair
about Dub don't like
Davenport,
work. Dub like
Isla
certain
don't.
work. Dub likes
yeah,
certain work.
white work.
Oh man.
Anywho.
You guys are funny.
I got your back, bro, or swirl, bro, as E-Ray just said. I said,
Cool.
bro.
I've
Swear,
never seen
bro.
NXT UK before. It's fine.
Yeah, you never made it through an episode. You turned that shit off when you got fit.
Right.
I'm done.
Heritage Cup. I'm
Right.
good.
I filled up my Heritage Cup. It just left. I think this is my stop. Like, what are you doing, dude? They'll come out the room all sweaty. I was watching wrestling. That's it.
Jakara Jackson. I tell you what.
Yeah, I don't think she was on the NXT UK, but I could be wrong because I've never seen it. Dub, you let us know.
Huh?
Oh.
What? Huh?
Also, Noam Dar, he needs some type of award. The shit he's doing is so fun.
Incredible.
I'm far too excited.
He's been like
Incredible.
one of the best workers like in the company since his time in NXT UK. Like he was scraping the surface of getting that NXT UK title.
Tell
And
us, Dub, because we don't know.
When you watch it, you're like,
Inform
yo,
us.
this guy, like, he's the best. He was the best mic worker in NXT UK by leaps and bounds.
Better
Moveset out of this world.
better than your boys Gallus?
Yeah, far better mic
They don't
worker.
even
Because you can
talk.
understand their words.
Yeah,
Y'all boys will talk.
and like and he can sell out of this world. Like, and everything he does, like he's the quintessential like. I really want to see him get fucked up type heel, but then you watch him working like, damn, this guy can really go. That being said, I never saw any of his stuff at NXT UK because I didn't watch it at all.
Yeah, I
But you
only
could literally
remember.
write a book on it.
I
Literally.
know, right? It's crazy. This is Dub GPT. Like,
Right.
great job. I've never seen anything, but I just know everything. Okay.
Yeah, I
gotcha.
don't even know what I
Um,
just said. I blacked out. I'm sorry.
Dub is AI. Never forget. The last time I seen Noam Dar, well, the first time I seen Noam Dar, which coincidentally was the last time until he resurfaced on NXT television, was the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, me
and-
too. Yeah,
I know we know Dub, sure. Right.
Supernova 11. Yeah.
Yes. I was like, oh, that's kind of, I was like, it reminds me of the dude from Charlie's Angels who ripped their hair out and smell it. I was like, oh, I like that. Weird aside. But
I just stopped doing the suit. What you call it? The Shining Wizard, because his was way better than Tegan Knox, who had the shiniest wizard.
Yeah.
Another
Hers wasn't that
NXT UK tidbit
Oh, she's
that I didn't know.
I didn't know she was. Anywho,
What?
let's get to why we really here, guys.
Thank you, E-Ray. Jesus.
Braun versus Vaughn 2.
I just got tabled
You ready
here.
to
That
get tabled?
What the fuck was that?
I hate that shirt. What are they trying to do to
What
us?
was that?
Do they want us to change the channel?
What was that?
Come on, B. You starting to sound like a mark.
What, a mark? Well, call me Marky Mark because, bruh,
It's
Mark
catching
E-Ray.
on. You know, stupid shit catches on in wrestling. It's like reverse psychology.
okay,
The
so if
people
this
are like,
catches
"What are you
on,
doing, Taylor?"
listeners, listen to this. If this catches on, I will mail out 2 You Just Got Tabled shirts to my co-host. Since
Oh
this is
shit, bet I'm gonna wear that bitch too. Like,
That shit is
I'm a Wagner guy.
garbage. Oh God, you're right.
You just got tabled. What? That
sounds like a math problem. I hate
Yeah,
it.
if that goes over, can you like take a family picture with everybody wearing those shirts?
Well, you know what? I will.
Get them made in the kid sizes.
Yep.
Wait,
the whole
so
family.
you got about a whole family and us? That's
Everybody. I'll run them all. Don't care. Shit. I don't. You know, I got it. I don't fucking care.
You know, I got it.
If this gets over the way, because I'm such a marky mark. If this gets over, I will. T-shirt. You just Von Wagner. You might give me a little bit of your check because you about to get some merch checks, bro. Give me a couple dollars.
Okay, let me ask you this: what is our measuring stick for over?
If it's still around in a month, and he's still saying this in a month, and it's still like his thing,
I'll take it.
I'll
take that.
If he leans into it, like that's why I'm not talking about it shows up in a month and then the next week it's not talked about.
NXT is.
I need levity from this.
NXT crowd, don't let me down. NXT crowd, don't let me down. You got tabled. This is happening. It's going.
I watched it on mute. Now we'll get there. Now I watched this match on mute because Von Wagner. Did anyone scream that? I didn't see it brought on my captions, and I did not have Tubi on to see if there was a nigga version.
So let me. Yeah, sorry, it was no nigga version of this. But
damn it.
To play it out, I'm gonna just paint it out for you. What's gonna happen? If I think this is gonna go ironically as I believe it will, I think Von is too big, but he did put him through a table. Where you got tabled shirt. He's going to go down in competition and actually start winning matches. And his thing is going to be putting people through tables.
Big Body Javi's going through a table.
He already went through a table.
He's going through another.
Literally last week.
And here's another paralyzer.
They already ripped this gimmick off of him. Now you're going to just keep putting him through tables everywhere. Yep. Just throw a New York Yankees shirt on him. Why don't you? Brooklyn Brawler Jr.
Well, that one nigga that be playing a lawyer on NXT Level Up, he going through a table.
Who? They got real life jobs on NXT Level Up.
Oh yeah. Sean is out here definitely just like rebooking the 80s. Yeah.
He's probably just giving everybody the same gimmicks from the 90s, but adding Junior or changing their name a little bit type
Hank
shit.
or Tank definitely going through a table in the next few weeks.
So let me guess. The lawyer's guy's name like Mr. Subpoena or something like that. Or
no, it's something crazy like
it's John S. Esquire.
Right, exactly. Attorney at law.
It's happening. Regardless.
Wow.
No need to worry about that too much. Don't even worry about it.
Luca Crucifino.
Dub, I hope you're not watching that. You need to be becoming a better sports agent than wasting your time watching that nonsense. There's better things to do with your time.
Hey, there's no more NXT UK. He got to fill out his time. Somehow.
That's a good point. He's got to get his wrestling smut in because this is all it is.
Wait.
I'll show you a level up.
Wait, time out. Yeah. They made him an actual website. You can go to crucifinolaw.com.
Because he's probably really a practicing lawyer, and this is what he's doing because he probably is not a good lawyer.
But his only lawsuits are against NXT.
That's funny.
That's dedication to the game.
All right,
against Dragunov, against Wagner.
Good. I hope he sues Bob Wagner to bankruptcy. Like
the very first lawsuit he filed was on behalf of Chelsea Green against the WWE.
Yep.
Like they're leaning into this.
I like it. Now he gonna make it work. I mean, we did just see we seen Lola Vice get called up from Level Up, so it's only a matter of time for Mr. Cristofino Vaginino, whatever that nickname is.
Team of lawyers to come up to NXT.
He probably gonna join Kiera James.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can even email to get a free consultation.
I don't think they want that consultation. Literally.
Right. Keanu James will get a free consultation.
Oh no, it's about Crucifino Law. I'll take a Keanu James consultation.
Trying to move us along from that.
All in the swirl.
Yeah.
Well, ain't Keanu James already swirled?
Oh my gosh. I am utterly speechless.
I gotta
Like
chill.
this is the
All right.
solve for X. Keanu James's X.
Vanilla frozen yogurt is Y, and dub is the variable.
YX plus B
I
equals.
gotta chill.
DUB.
You know what, guys? See, this is what happens post SummerSlam. Oh, you just feeling that post SummerSlam clarity, like, oh, this is my stuff. Oh, thanks for
Wait, for real? Isn't Keanu James a halfie?
Happy. What is that? Is that a racial
I am not
slur?
supporting any.
Half black, half white.
This man said happy.
I am not
Oh,
supporting
shit.
any of
I mean, I'm not gonna call him or anything like that. That's
Man,
natural
keep
slur.
He's having a BA moment right now.
Oh my God. Hey, I get it. Hey, I've been here.
Dub's
BA
Dub's
here
been
live
a
in your
sports agent.
right, exactly. BA here in your quarterback helmet, talking to you.
Yeah.
It's okay, Dub. Just backpedal and change the subject.
You
And
know,
that
I'm gonna
never
go into the
happened.
penalty
And
box.
pray to the
Couple.
producer guys that Low erases that out of this episode.
Just beep, beep. It's not a beep. I said beep. Yeah, I get it.
Oh God, that was awesome.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Keanu James was announced as a black woman for Black History Month. That's all I know. I do
Just
not
February.
know. I do not know the percentage of her makeup. Dub.
So with
I'm
that
not gonna
said,
guess that.
a hypothesis would be 1/12 because 1 month out of 12 months of the year. I'll give her a 1/12. She can
And-
prove more later if she chooses to.
That's worse than what I said.
But that's factual
I mean,
kind of
that
information.
sounds like math,
yes,
or
doing a lot of it right now. Yes,
or his love for peaches and cream. I don't know, whichever one.
peaches and cream.
Because 50% implies parents, 25% implies grandparents, 12%
no,
you start
nope,
getting back
nope,
in the.
nope,
You know what?
Nope, not
You know
doing
what?
it.
Yep. You know what?
So
Nope.
once you started saying 50% parents, nope.
Yeah. Another swirl that we could. Trick Willie versus Dragunov.
Thank God.
BA, tell me why you're overly excited to watch Trick Willie get murdered on live TV again.
Because it's like hazing, an initiation, so to speak.
I know
feel
nothing
like-
about this.
Well,
BA look, you got to clarify, like Facebook. As a person who
Right.
joined a white fraternity, I know everything about this.
I've been it more in the light in which Trick hasn't had his like big match yet on NXT.
I didn't
Like,
know where that was going.
No, anytime you say the word Trick, I understand. Everybody's
Oh, no,
hands
you
on the
said Trick
buzzer.
hasn't had his, and you were talking about hazing. I was like, what?
Well,
Sorry.
I'm going to keep this very surface level. I'm not getting any secrets of anything. But I say this because we haven't seen Trick Willie actually like have like a bona fide like match against a bona fide challenger. And when I say that, like not a tag match with Mello or not hanging off of Mello on the side of the ring while he's getting all the accolades. As Trick said, was it 2 weeks ago? It's his turn. It's time. It's his time. So now no bigger test in the NXT universe than Mr. Whoop Ass and take names and take beatings. Ilya.
Mr. Intensity.
Right. He dishes it, he takes it, and he's gonna be dishing it on Trick, unfortunately. I hate to say it, man. It's gonna be a sad NXT episode.
I mean, this is very much akin to what we are seeing on the main roster, where it was like, wait, you just got your ass whooped. But they're gonna redo this at some point in time. Okay. Kind of like Gable and Gunther. It's like, okay. But except for this is gonna be worse. Like, I think Gable might actually win. Trick, we talked about it. He got the double smash. No pause.
Yeah. I ain't never seen Dragunov tee off like that on somebody
On
to
a
that
lifeless
degree.
body. That's what
Right.
reminded me of American History X. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
He just double smashed him in the middle of the ring. Where was Carmelo Hayes came way too late, and he was already dead.
Lots
Like,
of trauma.
damn. But Trick looks great. walking around with his shirt off, yelling at the hoes, yelling at Wesley. Oh, this you angry little man. Get your ass out of here. You tell him yourself. Great. And then Gulak and company came up to talk to him and called him a purse holder. And I was like, oh, shit.
That was kind of harsh. I didn't know Gulak had that in him. I was like, oh, shit, purse holder? I'd be fighting if somebody called me that.
Because it's setting up Dempsey to get worked. And he's going to try to do some shit, and Trick going to whip his ass. And I was like, at least I get to see him whip somebody's ass.
That's a formidable person that needs to get that can get beat up by Trick to elevate him.
Yeah, to build him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In 2 weeks. So you like in 2 weeks, I'm gonna face Dragunov, so I might as well whip some wholesale ass on my way to the electric chair. I ain't going out without a fight.
I got a question about this whole Trick Williams like coming to his own party basically. Is Melo gonna interject himself into any of Trick's shit? Like if Trick is getting his ass whipped, for example, in 2 weeks, to the point where we've seen so many throwing the towels. I feel like I'm watching Rocky IV. So many of those sequences.
Damn it, Rock.
Throw in the damn towel. No. Yes, they. I'm gonna stop this now. I'm gonna stop it now because we will not stop. Stop it. Baby. Damn it, E-Ray. You're gonna make me pull out the Sylvester Stallone impressions. I don't want to do it. Oh, I can't help it.
Anywho.
I'm very curious about Melo, if he's gonna interject and think he's trying to help Trick, but making things worse for Trick, and then we got the Trick Melo arc fight. I know they don't like to and I appreciate greatly that the black wrestlers that are in the mainstream do not appreciate and try their hardest to not let them fight to break up because to perpetuate the stereotypes of us.
They don't have to go to the barber shop unless it's to get a cut.
Right.
They don't have to go to it like, and you know what?
And that's kind of where I'm like, I don't know if Melo comes out because the WWE seems to be very.
I don't think he does. I think they're stacking Melo's plate between him dealing with an angry Wesley, Dijak deciding he's a contender even though he keeps losing matches. Like,
who loses more? Axiom,
Ricochet,
Dijak.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
Holy shit. Axiom, Dijak, or Dragon Lee. Because all these niggas just keep getting title shots and losing.
I'm going to say Axiom.
I feel like every match I've seen of Dragon Lee on TV, he's lost.
Everyone.
Axiom been around the longest, though. He's been around longer than Dragon Lee. Dijak, I've seen him win a couple matches. I'm not going to put Dijak in that
I've seen Axiom win matches when he was a kid. Back in NXT UK that I never watched.
Oh my God.
Against Reggie don't count.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Beating Reggie is like waking up in the morning. It's like
thank God.
Right. Right. Thank God I woke up today. But you like I wake up every day. That's kind of like, oh, thank God I beat Reggie because goddamn, but I beat Reggie. Come on now. Right. Scripps.
Street name Scripps.
It is what it is. I definitely think Dragon Lee has lost the most title shots, and for whatever he keeps getting more.
He's definitely getting another shot to North American, right?
I feel like he's just gonna keep getting shot. When does he actually win? What is he gonna win?
North American Championship at No Mercy.
Okay. And then my second question. Is Los Lotharios breaking up or no?
They've been threatening that for a while.
They were texting each other like, Grandpapa.
Yeah, they
said we got to do this. He's like, man, why you always bring that nigga up?
La Raza.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop bringing them
up.
They got
to put on for Hector Garza.
We a joke.
One of the patriarchs of Mexican wrestling.
We a joke. We out here trying to get all the hoes. We need to be winning championships. And then the hoes will come. And he like, nah, dog, I want the hoes. Like Angel Garza's like, I just want.
Absolutely. So, I get that.
As a married man, I completely understand what BA was trying to say.
He said, what can I do with this belt? I know what I can do with these girls, but what the fuck can I do with this belt? All I can do is girls. I guess 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah, you get more girls with the belt.
But what if
That
you already
was
got
like,
two?
yeah, I don't see it. I don't
Just
see
saying.
it.
Just saying.
It helps. It doesn't hurt. I get it.
Well, like us guys, we're gonna get out of here because we gotta cash checks and more championships. But before we get out of here, let the people know where they can find you. Dub, besides aisle 9 and CVS, hogging all the Dopalax and Pepto-Bismol.
Well, guys, when I'm not on here being extremely problematic, you can find me on Embrace the Turn Up, again, being problematic.
With my
This
other
week's
halfie.
episode, me and the homie Henrods covered the MCU and the Secret Invasion and just kind of did a deep dive into that one. Next week,
Can you put his ethnicity into fractions as well, or no?
I'm not doing that.
100% white.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, that would be the one you 100% Aryan. Oh, okay, all right, gotcha.
Yeah, I know
Or
that
the
one.
Aryan Brotherhood. No.
Don't put that on my guy. Anyways,
No,
other than
not
that, ADUB1220 on all the socials. Hit the follow button. I promise you I will fuck up your feed with wrestling and filth. Not necessarily in that order. And don't forget, when you guys see some crazy shit coming from the Let Me Book Pod Twitter account, it is always BA.
Absolutely.
Always.
Not even a question.
He is the one commenting on the porn star saying you should get into wrestling. It is always BA.
Right.
Dudes do that. That's hilarious.
Keep that UFC out my wrestling, but bring me more. No.
Right.
With that Pornhub, page
Right.
7.
I didn't even know guys did that. If you're really doing that, guys, that's wild. Not y'all, but you
Right.
know, if
Not
you
the
know,
leg
you know.
lock he was expecting. BA,
Nah.
please tell the people where they can find you.
As I get out of the finger four, Dub just put me in, or at least he thought he did. As I reverse it back on him, figure four. Excuse me. Sorry. Clarify that. Figure 4 leg lock. Words. Pal. Yes, you can find me. Y'all know absolutely nowhere. I have no individual social media. To Dub's point, I do assist with our social media handles to certain degrees.
It's all him. He's Kevin.
The-
All him. He's
yeah.
in the DMs.
No, not at all. Please, God, no DMs. Don't not DM our page asking anything weird or freaky. It will go unanswered by me, at least. I can't speak on behalf of Mr. Streets, but not me. Not me. But no, like you said, at Let Me Book Pod, everything, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Our Instagram page has been very active lately. You will see a lot of our humor and our energy is, I think, brought most out of the Instagram page. Twitter, fuck with us there if you want to talk some shit, talk about who, like fantasy booking, all that fun stuff. Facebook, I have no idea what that looks like. I never log in there. I hate Facebook. I will never support that. So, but yeah, if you want to talk to us there, maybe I'll see it through Instagram, maybe I won't. So yeah. And then outside of that, you already know every other Wednesday, y'all can catch The BA Show with the wise man / producer of that show, Glock Lesnar himself, Mr. Fourth Rope Sean, as you call him, is on there with me this past week. We reviewed, like I said earlier, New Blood Rising. Holy shit, I didn't realize how bad wrestling was at that time because I was not watching WCW. My eyes were completely on WWE, and I see why. I was not flicking back and forth in the year 2000. That shit was stuck on the USA Network, and you can hear my frustration and also learn some new things, and my co-host as well. And if you ever wanted to hear BA sing the chorus to the song I Know My Calculus by Together, listen to that episode. It's quite embarrassing, and I blame Vince Russo for all of it. That's where you can find me.
All righty then. Guys, this is E-Ray, the quasi bad guy, the Diet Coke of Evil. You can find me at E_RAY_ the bad guy on the Instagrams. Check the link in bio. I am an IG baddie, as all you seen this past SummerSlam. The D I was in and the D was not in me because I don't do that. Also, Twitter, E_RAY, the hipster. Again, much like my cohort Dub, filth, wrestling, and shenanigans is all I'm about. Other than that, you can find me at Inaudible Ruckus podcast every Saturday. Also, Binge Flicks and Chill Season 2 going strong. There was no episode this week, but we do have some specials coming for you before we finish out the season rather strong. Go back and listen to all the latest episodes, the 9 episodes that have been out, covering things such as Class of 09, Barbie, the movie, and Evil Dead Rise. Plenty of good shit and good people to talk with. Some familiar voice that you may or may not hear currently. But as everybody in the D found out, too sweet me when you see me, says Dub. BA like to say, hey, do you like listening to wrestling podcasts? And as I will always say, unless you're looking at me funny and I got to pull out the C4, let the madness wash over you with 300 milligrams of caffeine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're out of here. Thanks for listening.
Peace.